Welcome back to The Fruits, everyone. I'm your host, Stacey Haynes, and today I have Initiate Rene Gonzalez here to speak about his experience with the Modern Mystery School's tools, teachings, and rituals and meditations that have helped him to create a tangible fruit in his life. So Rene, I would love for you to introduce yourself and tell me, how did you find the Mystery School?
My name is Rene. I found the Mystery School. I was looking for a new way to open up about myself and to come up to a better understanding of the things I was experiencing.
Yeah.
And so I started looking at the beginning of the year, trying to search out, and I came across the Life Activation in February, and I had actually, in our case here, I'd actually reached out to Ashley in Florida.
Yeah.
To be able to come out, and I didn't realize it was something that had to be done in person.
Yeah.
But definitely doing it. Coming here, she recommended you to me, and here I am, showed up. So.
And here you are.
Yep.
Yeah, so with you, we did your life activation, and then, because you were pretty much ready to go, like right out of the gate. So
Absolutely.
we had a phone consultation, and then we set up your life activation, and then a week later, you received the full spirit activation. What did you notice from those two sessions?
Right out of the gate, I noticed with my children and my family how they were changing along with me. But what I really noticed is within me, I was starting to see my universe come to life and really start to see everything, how the processes are coming alive within me. I did notice a lot of my gifts actually turning on even more.
Yeah.
So it was very exciting, very exciting to be able to experience that.
It was all pretty quickly that everything started to happen for you as well, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. This entire year has been very fast flowing for me. I didn't expect to be where I'm at today, but it's been quite a ride.
Awesome. What are some of the gifts that have kind of come online for you?
We were just talking about this one earlier.
Yeah.
The mental energy, being able to use my mind to heal. My healing abilities have actually taken quite a bit of leap. I've been noticing I'm able to do a lot better during my distance healings. And my manifestations are really starting to come through. And going through the rituals and teachings through the Mystery School has been really, really eye-opening for making that happen for me.
Amazing. So you received your life activation and your full spirit activation. Was that in March that we did that?
It was right after the snowstorm.
Oh,
so
right.
It was, I think that's when I actually reached out to you. Was during that. So
Snowpocalypse.
Snowpocalypse. So I think it was in early March is when we ended up doing the life activation first.
Yeah. And then you had your Empower Thyself initiation. I think it was mid to late May,
That's
right?
correct. That is correct.
How was your experience with Empower Thyself?
Started off magically.
Yeah?
Absolutely. We were talking about it because we were planning for the end of the month to have the class, but that day I was thinking about it is when you came through and was talking to me, is letting me know, hey, there's some magic happening here.
Yeah.
I'm over here on this end, and we're going to move you up. So, but the class itself was amazing. Got to meet some other great individuals in there as well.
Some other initiates.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. It was a really cool weekend to be able to be a part of and watch you really grow and shift and change in those 2 days.
And there has been a lot of shifting and changing.
Yeah.
I could definitely say that one of the big things here that I feel is a lot of the shadow work has been coming up for me since the Empower Thyself.
Yeah.
And things have, for me, I feel like are pushing me forward to where I'm supposed to be going.
So with the shadow work, were you doing that kind of work prior to Empower Thyself and prior to your life activation?
I was.
Okay.
I was. I don't think I hit a low spot, but I think I hit a spot to where it was like I need a little bit more to push me, and this has been exactly that. To be able to have as much light come through me now,
Yeah.
and to see it actually partaking what's going on.
So how would you say after Empower Thyself specifically, how that has shifted the way that you're working with your shadow, the way that you maybe perceive your shadow and are able to heal those different aspects of yourself?
Now I'm looking at it as where I'm taking my time with the things that are coming up, but I can really see them more deeply. Before I had more of a surface perspective of it, and now I'm able to really look in the bottom of it and really hone in. A lot of things have been coming up here lately, but it's one of those things I look at it as say, throw it up and hit it out of the park.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you feel like it was sometimes challenging in the past? Because like you mentioned that it was kind of, you were looking at it from a surface level. So now that it's deeper, what is that experience like working with it?
From the standpoint where I was prior to coming to mystery school, I can say that the things that I was experiencing in the shadow work were, I was seeing it, but I didn't really feel the full fruition of it. I didn't feel my full experience of who I was in the process of it. And so with the initiations happening, it has allowed me to really open up and to really just like, oh, there's more here to where I can go at it. So
can you pinpoint like one thing from the class, or maybe the activations that really shifted your perspective on things?
The first thing I said is like in the case of this, where I was able to see my inner universe.
Yeah.
And from there, I was looking at it. I think I could really manifest from within, utilizing it that way. And before, I was trying to manifest from outside of myself. In this case, I'm like, no, let's bring it back in.
Yeah.
And that was been the big fruit for me, is being able to realize, hey, there's more here, and if I work in here, I think I can make more happen.
Because you are the center of
That's
your
right.
own universe, right?
That's right.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It is.
So you mentioned that you've seen your own family shift and kind of grow through the activations and then the initiation. What has that looked like for you?
My daughter has been the biggest version that I've seen shift, as well as my mother. My daughter, she's very much like me, but at her age, she's 17, so she's still on the young end, but she's experiencing quite a bit. And actually being able to be here for her to help her walk through the transition and see what's going on has been a tremendous blessing. But seeing her, she just opened up a lot more, and she's trying to venture out. I've been trying to get more into her with how to do healings and to be more of a part of it. So she's opened up about that, and she's actually had a few of them done. So
amazing.
And she likes it. So I think at some point she's going to be moving forward with it.
Yeah, certainly.
I think she's got to get over that hump of fear for her.
Of course, yeah. I feel like with most of us, there's going to be some sort of resistance that can pop. Not like you didn't have any resistance to any of it. But there's resistance that will pop up along the path. And something that I really find for myself is if I'm really resistant to something on the path, it's because I really need to do it. Yes. Like I really, really need to do it. And there was a healing series. We might have already talked about this, but there's a healing series that I was thinking about doing, but I was like, I don't want to do it. It's too much money. I don't want to spend all that money, but I'll like go buy shoes or a new dress or, whatever. It's like waste my money on that. But this is something that's actually going to assist me in my healing journey and my spiritual progression. But I was so resistant to it. And it took me almost a year to actually commit to that thing. And I had to go through that year. I had to go through that year of resistance. And when I received the very first session in that series, everything shifted for me. And it was like, my path in the mystery school has been very fast, and I received a lot of initiations rather quickly in my progression, and our physical bodies are not necessarily equipped to handle all of that light and all of that energy that's coming in. And this particular series, it's called the King Solomon Physical Healing Modality. And so what it does is it helps you to integrate all of the light, all of the initiation, so that your structure, your physical structure can shift and change and grow so that you can hold all of that light. So it was a really transformational journey and process for me to like finally get over myself, you know. I'm not saying everybody's like that, but you know, I love to hear about people's resistance, because I also find that we all have a purpose, right? Like we all have a mission and a contract and something that we're supposed to be doing in this world. And those people that have the most resistance, I think, have like some really great roles to play.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know for myself, while I see the resistance, I am coming up against it, but it's one of those things I just look at, it's like, I still got to go through it one way or another.
Yeah.
And I know what's on the other side is where I want to be. And it's definitely with the teachings of the mystery school I can see myself progressing to getting that point.
Yeah. It's really cool to watch people shift and change.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I can't wait to, you know, we're doing class tomorrow, and you did class last weekend. So what are some of your takeaways from last weekend? You did the Journeys of the Spirit class, and then you did 12 Races of the Earth. What was your experience with those two classes?
Just understanding that there's more out there that I didn't see before. While I've done a lot of research on a lot of things, it's like I did not know these particular things. So it was very interesting how Aaron put the information for me. The journey was really fun.
Yeah.
Like I said, I really found myself really flowing into that really well. I didn't get to practice as much, but it's like I said, it's something where I, for myself, once I got into it, was in the flow, it came on easy.
Yeah.
Very easy. And the experience of finding the keys was definitely that was quite a trip.
Yeah. So in the mystery school, there's different keys that are handed down in various classes, and in Journeys of the Spirit, you go on some different journeys within yourself to find your own personal keys to different things. So it's a really cool experience to, I'm sure, facilitate and also receive, you know, and go through that. So
absolutely, especially finding out the underlying meanings of some of the things that you're having visions from the journey. So it's really
because you're very clairvoyant. Like you really, I feel like you see quite a bit, and you also hear, right?
Clairaudience is on my lower end.
Okay.
But clairvoyance and clairsentience.
Clairsentience, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It makes sense. I'm very clairsentient, so it would make sense that we would connect.
I feel like both of our stuff are pretty much on the same level.
Yeah, totally. Well, cool. Is there, so I guess my last question for you then is, what is the greatest fruit? I mean, we've talked about a few different things, but like, what is the greatest, most tangible fruit that you have created or manifested in your life since receiving the activations and initiation and Empower Thyself?
One thing I will say is that I've noticed that the teachings feel like they are energetic lineage for me. And I will say at the beginning of the year too, I was really feeling this. I feel like something's coming my way. And don't know exactly what it was at the time, but now being able to experience it, feeling it, touching it, seeing everything that's happening here has been really eye-opening to the sense of like, this is what I've been missing. It feels like home for me. So, but the biggest fruits, I can say, definitely the people that are meeting. Yeah. It's nice to be able to find like-minded individuals, being able to take the teachings and actually just use them every day to
live them.
Yeah, to live them. I'm still not fully as much integrated as I would like to be yet, but it's one of those things. It's a progress, you know, step by step for me. But I can see how it just each step, little steps every day, how much it makes a difference. Yeah,
it's important to have, of course, discipline, but a lot of grace for yourself through your integration process, because it's a lot of energy. It's not just a seminar or a weekend class. Like, you're integrating deep lineage, ancient lineage teachings and tools and rituals and meditations, and you're receiving 10 times the energy in that class to go out and you know, create in your world and have that much more impact in the world. And so there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that too. So
and ground yourself afterwards.
Yes, ground yourself. Have some chocolate, you know, like treat yourself.
I was when I was driving home, I could feel it really good. Normally I stopped at the rest stop to ground myself for about 20 minutes, but in this case we were running late when I left here last time. So I did not get to ground myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I did not get to sleep at all that night.
Oh.
But it felt good. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
so
Flying high on the light.
absolutely.
High on the light.
Absolutely.
Well, awesome, Rene. Thank you so much for taking the time to come in and speak with me today and share about your experience. And I can't wait to watch you continue to grow and grow up in the light.
I appreciate it. You're a wonderful guide, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I do try.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thanks, everyone. It was lovely to see you again, and I'll be back next time. Bye.